everyone. In this video, I'll be showing some resources that support training and teaching others, such as guardians and possibly our coworkers, depending on the setting that we are working in. I feel like part of our roles as an SLP is to provide support and education to anyone who may work with our client in any and all settings. This is so that our client can use their AAC device and benefit from all the benefits that AAC provides in any setting and use it effectively to communicate and participate. So our agenda for today, so this will be in two parts. The first part is going through what supports are currently out there. Now, there are a lot of supports, but these are supports that are provided through the official websites who make the application. So Cytillo, Adobe Dynavox, etc. We'll go through the main companies, what resources they provide for AAC users and anyone who works with them. So start off with teaching others. We'll do who are we teaching as our private role as being a SLP. Who are we teaching and educating our clients with their AAC device? And we are teaching parents, teaching how parents can implement the device every day so the client can participate and practice using their AAC device within that home setting. But we're also providing education to teachers, especially if our client is able to participate within the classroom, which I hope we're aiming for. But we want to provide teachers that support how that they can incorporate the AAC device within their classroom. And then if we do have speech language pathologist assistants, being able to provide that teaching how to plan an activity or give an intervention using an AAC device so that the client is gaining all the benefits that they can with their AAC application. What are we teaching? We are teaching how children can, with AAC, can participate in a classroom, daily routines at home, and support for inclusion. So essentially what we're teaching is that we don't want parents, teachers, and everyone else to feel intimidating with to interact with an AAC device. In that the client is still a student who needs to be included within the classroom, needs to be included within and participate within classroom activities, even if their voice is coming through a technology rather than speaking. So we need to provide them that aid and provide them how the teachers can use AAC within their classroom to support the student the best they can and make sure that the student is still receiving the quality education as everyone else within the classroom. We also want to teach how parents can use their AAC device within the home to implement using the AAC device for daily routines, getting dressed in the morning and eating, and really thinking of like a family first model, and training the parents that the device is going to help the child participate in family events and in daily routines, and that the AAC device is their voice and how they're going to be able to communicate at home. And then supporting for inclusion in this, again, this is inclusion in the classroom, in at home, and then when a child gets older, and if they still need AAC device, is having their being included in possibly club activities or in a work environment. So we are constantly providing that support to anyone who is going to be interacting and working with our client who uses AAC. Why is it important to teach others and provide them that resources? Well, essentially, we are advocating for our clients that even though, again, that they're using an AAC device, that they deserve to participate. We're advocating for them to use their device as a means of not depending on it, but using it as a tool to interact with others, receive that quality education everyone else is receiving in the classroom. And we can do this by teaching our teachers, teaching assistants, teaching, again, everyone who works with the client. And also promoting that universal design, teaching the teachers, as I have said quite often already, that there are many different ways of presenting the information so that everyone within the classroom can understand, and that there are many different ways for children to respond and provide the knowledge that they have learned to back to the teacher, in many different methods. And this one of those methods can be responding and replying with using an AAC device. So our role as an SLP is rather an important one, but it's very key into making sure our clients are being able to participate by giving the support to those who are interacting with our client. So we're going to start off with going through what are some resources that already exist, that are already out there. We're going to start with Satillo. Satillo not usually, but they have their applications such as NovaChat and TouchChat, and Satillo has many great resources already on their website. They have resources for product classes. These are usually live webinars given by other SLPs, other product representatives, and some are both live when we can attend live events again, and in person. Sorry, I'm just rereading what I wrote here. They're live as you typically online, so you can still attend a live webinar, so to speak, over online, and they provide how to use the AAC device into reading books, share reading activities. They have many product classes. They also have implementation classes and recorded webinars that can be used. Some examples that they have are like parent and caregiver classes, which I believe I said in a previous video. These are also great for teachers and SLPAs to teach how to implement the AAC in classroom using classroom activities. It can also work for parent and caregiver classes. I just always don't take it with its exact name, the purpose of the name, as yes, they can be parent and caregiver classes, but it's also thinking we want to motivate our parents to use the AAC device in the home, and yes, these provide very great ideas, but I don't feel it is motivating to tell a parent to sit and watch an hour-long video and hope that they implement it at home. I feel it's more of our responsibility to go through the webinars, take what we can from them, and then use that to teach the parent how to implement it at home in a very easy to convert way that they're more motivated and inspired to use it at home in more hassle-free situations. As parents already have a lot on their caseload, we want to make it as easy as possible for them. Some other webinars that Sotelo offers are classes for aphasia, and then a webinar for data logging. There are many others, and they separate it by different categories, and you would find this under their support and education tab on their main website. Another thing that they have specifically for schools is they have curriculum partners, which so I believe one is paid for and one is free. I'll have to research back into that. But they have a pre-made lesson plans, and this they do offer. And what's interesting on the website is they will actually separate it into the different grades. So they'll have preschool, and then they'll have like preschool, grade school, high school, and then transition, and they will break it down to you to they have lesson plans already set out, which I feel is a great resource for SLPs working in a school to be able to convert them easily for teachers to support teachers within the classroom. So those are the main items that Sotelo offers. So we'll go to LAMP Words for Life. Words for Life has a few things that are similar to Sotelo. They do have a YouTube channel with video tutorials, and those video tutorials are also offered on the website. A lot of these tutorials are sometimes centered on how to use the device, how to customize the device, but they do offer some on how to use it for implementation. And they also, similar to Sotelo, they have live and recorded webinars, so you can attend classes. They usually will update their schedule when you can attend those live classes, but they do have a list of recorded webinars as well. They do also have workshops, and this is found on their website, but you can also find it through the Center for AAC and Autism, and they have different workshops which are similar to like the live webinar. You can gain ideas and gain ideas to provide education to teachers, SLPAs, and parents. Our main goal. Next one is assistive wear. Assistive wear typically, again, not typically, does support Proloquo to go and Proloquo Learn to Talk. But our main focus, or my main focus for this project, was Proloquo to go. So assistive wear is the one company that supports Proloquo to go. And the supports that they offer is they have a site for Learn AAC articles, and they also provide training videos and online training section. The benefits through assistive wear is that they also cleverly made the device more easier to access. So to find the support, you would go to the AAC application and clicking on the little icon. And once you click on the icon, it will kind of bring you to like almost like a separate web page where it has like all the support, all the troubleshooting, kind of all in that one page that supports that app. And that there it also provides the support for Proloquo to go. So it has the video library and webinars, kind of the same pattern as the other website. Videos ranging from getting started with Proloquo to go to more advanced how to support for word learning, and other interesting AAC supports. Um, so videos are organized by software type. Um, One drawback with assistive wear is that they offer one, I would say, webinar for free, um, but then you get like maybe 2-minute previews of the other ones, but then you have to rent them. So if you want the full hour, you'll have to rent it. And there's a bit of a limited selection, but again, um, it's limited to the particular program. Whereas like Celtil and Lamp, they're almost they seem to have more videos, but those videos are more generic based, not for a specific application, whereas Assistiveware is giving that support specifically for Proloquo to go. Um, so that support there will specifically support the use of Proloquo to go. So if that is your system that your client is using, this would be the place to go to get those extra education. Joey Dynavox. Um, Very similar pattern. They also have live training offered, online and in person. When again, we are able to do trainings in person, but they offer those webinars. They have recorded webinars from past live events. And the interesting thing about Tony Dynavox is they have a learning hub, which you create an account for, and then you'll have access to all of their learning materials. It has about 26 different categories. Some of those categories are like AAC at home, AAC in school, curriculum partners, um, and it's not just videos. It's some of them are videos, some of them are articles, some of them I believe was a podcast. So there's different types of resources for education found within the Learning Hub. Um, Especially, I think the articles are a great way to quickly print them out, modify the materials needed to, again, support teachers, SLPAs, and parents. And that's the end of our part 1 video. Part 2 video will be going through a resource that I have created, kind of like working through a little lesson plan to help guide, again, teachers, SLPAs, and parents on how to use AAC in the different settings. So I will meet you guys in part 2.